we're diving back into one of the most jaw-dropping royal controversies of our time. New revelations have surfaced about Prince Andrew, not just the prostitution allegations at Buckingham Palace, but something even more scandalous. Sources claim the Duke of York used his official government position to facilitate what can only be described as industrial-scale misconduct across multiple continents. Royal investigator Michael Chen calls it a coordinated exploitation scheme wrapped in diplomatic immunity. The numbers are staggering. Dozens of women, five-star hotels, and entire weeks carved out of official schedules, all bankrolled by British taxpayers. But now that the palace finally refuses to look the other way, everyone is asking, how did someone this close to the throne sink so far? And what secrets are still locked away in palace vaults? From being the Queen's treasured son to becoming a pariah, Andrew's transformation is catastrophic. His titles have been revoked, his honours stripped away. And now the crown is coming for Royal Lodge, that sprawling 30-bedroom mansion that was supposed to be his sanctuary. According to investigator Michael Chen, the roots of this crisis stretch back to 2001, when a 41-year-old Andrew was appointed as Britain's trade envoy. He was rich and connected, but also in the throes of a personal crisis. Instead of channeling that into public service, Andrew allegedly saw his diplomatic appointment as a golden ticket to unlimited indulgence. The most shocking accusations revolve around a state visit to Thailand, where Andrew attended the Thai King's birthday celebrations on the British government's dime. Andrew refused to stay at the British Embassy and demanded a palatial five-star hotel. Then he added 2 solid weeks of private time to his schedule, a pattern that repeated itself on virtually every international trip. According to Chen's sources, including diplomatic staff, hotel workers, a Reuters journalist, and members of the Thai royal family, during those 4 days, Andrew arranged for approximately 40 women to visit his suite. This was allegedly a coordinated operation. According to recent investigations, Andrew did not confine this behaviour to overseas trips. Reports suggest that women were regularly brought to his quarters within Buckingham Palace itself. His late mother apparently knew about it. Staff describe it as an open secret, something everyone whispered about but no one dared confront. Andrew's behaviour was habitual, not sporadic. There was a revolving door of visitors, painting a portrait of someone consumed by compulsive patterns rather than focused on diplomacy. Andrew did not stumble into excess. He engineered it. His trade envoy position was supposed to advance British interests abroad, but instead became a mechanism for personal gratification. He mixed government business with private pursuits, all under the protective umbrella of official immunity. Anyone who worked for him during this period describes a man utterly incapable of hearing no. He was known for explosive outbursts and an absolute refusal to accept limitations. His staff were too intimidated to push back. Before Andrew was given the trade envoy role, Prince Charles explicitly warned against it, saying he will just chase women and play golf. History would prove Charles devastatingly right. Jump ahead to 2010, and we find Andrew on an official state visit to Hong Kong. Court records show his schedule was packed with business meetings and high society dinners. But according to staff who were actually there, a steady procession of paid escorts was brought directly to his hotel suite on the top floor. While escort services are technically legal in Hong Kong, organised procurement is not. This was an official British government visit, and significant portions of the bill were covered by British taxpayers. The court circular shows one thing, but the reality shows something entirely different. Over his decade representing the UK abroad, Andrew's travel costs alone came to roughly £4 million. Some individual trips exceeded £90,000 just in transportation. But the money is not the only issue. It is how he used his access. Chen's research uncovers evidence that Andrew leveraged his diplomatic position to benefit business associates. One businessman, David Rollins, allegedly gained access to lucrative opportunities specifically because of Andrew's interventions. Documents detailing these transactions remain locked in government archives. These files should have been declassified years ago. Instead, they are gathering dust, sealed behind palace walls. Andrew didn't operate in a vacuum. He operated within a system designed to protect him. Diplomats, aides, and royal staff who knew about his behaviour stayed silent. A conspiracy of silence maintained through fear and institutional loyalty. For years, palace officials implemented what Chen calls damage control theatre. Quiet warnings and half-hearted attempts to keep Andrew out of the spotlight. But it was all theatre. No real consequences. No genuine accountability. He apparently requires 40 teddy bears in his room at all times, meticulously arranged according to specifications. Staff are literally given diagrams showing the exact placement. It points to someone living in an alternate reality where such demands are reasonable. In recent years, as he has become increasingly isolated, his treatment of staff has grown worse. For too long, the palace enabled Andrew. But something shifted. King Charles reached a breaking point. Andrew's remaining titles were stripped. His honours were officially erased. And then the king formally notified Andrew that he must vacate Royal Lodge. This is the end game. There will be no quiet deals or behind-the-scenes arrangements to protect the family's image. The gloves are off. Andrew reportedly spends his days isolated in Royal Lodge, playing video games for hours. Friends describe someone bitter and resentful, blaming everyone but himself for his downfall, but the palace has moved on. He no longer receives protection or special treatment. His decades of privilege have evaporated. Andrew's story isn't unique to him. It's a symptom of a larger problem. A culture within royal circles where privilege is assumed to be above accountability. A system where people in power can operate with impunity as long as the right people remain silent. Andrew was audacious enough to push it further than most, and he was right that the rules didn't apply to him. That's the real scandal. Not just what Andrew did, but that it took this long for anyone to say it had to stop. The sealed files remain the elephant in the room. Documents detailing Andrew's trade missions, his finances, and his relationships with overseas figures are locked away. Michael Chen has called for full transparency, for the government to declassify everything related to Andrew's decade as trade envoy. Because if the public understood the full scope of what happened, the monarchy's credibility would suffer even more. So the files stay sealed. The questions linger. And the feeling persists that we're only seeing the tip of the iceberg. Andrew once stood on the world stage as a British diplomat and senior member of the royal family. Today, he represents everything the monarchy must shed if it wants to survive. The title is gone. The home is next. The respect is already lost. Can the institution hold even its most privileged members accountable? Or will the scandals keep coming, each one more damaging than the last? So here's what I want to know from you. Do you think Andrew's collapse was inevitable? Should the palace finally release those sealed trade envoy files? After everything we've learned, does Andrew deserve any remaining connection to royal life? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you found this investigation compelling, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so you do not miss future deep dives. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.